There once was a swagman camped by a billabong under the shade of a coolabah tree, and he sang as he watched his old billy boiling, "Who'll come a waltzing Matilda with me? Waltzing Matilda, Matilda, me darling, who'll come a waltzing Matilda with me? Waltzing Matilda, leading a water bag, who'll come a waltzing Matilda with me?" Well, down came a jumbuck to drink at the waterhole, and up jumped the swagman and grabbed him with glee, and he sang as he stowed him away in his tucker bag, "You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Waltzing Matilda, Matilda, me darling, you'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Waltzing Matilda and leading a water bag, you'll come a waltzing Matilda with me." Down came the squatter, a-riding on his thoroughbred, and down came the troopers, 1, 2, 3. "Whose is that jumbuck you got in your tucker bag? You'd better come a waltzing Matilda with me. Waltzing Matilda, Matilda, me darling, you'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Waltzing Matilda and leading a water bag, you'll come a waltzing Matilda with me." But the swagman me up and he jumped in the waterhole. "You'll never take me alive," said he, and his ghost may be heard a-singing in the billabong, "Who'll come a waltzing Matilda with me? Waltzing Matilda, Matilda, me darling, who'll come a waltzing Matilda with me? Waltzing Matilda and leading a water bag, who'll come a waltzing Matilda with me?" Oh, listen for a moment, lads, and hear me tell me tale, how o'er the sea from England's shore I was obliged to sail. The jury says he's guilty, sir, and says the judge, says he, "For life, Jim Jones, I'm sending you across the stormy sea. And take me tip before you ship to join the iron gang. Don't be too gay at Botany Bay, or else you'll surely hang. Or else you'll surely hang," says he. And after that, Jim Jones, high upon the gallows tree, the crows'll pick your bones. You'll have no chance for mischief then, remember what I say. They'll flog the poaching out of you down there at Botany Bay. The wind blew high upon the sea, and the pirates come along. But the soldiers in our convict ship was nigh 500 strong. They opened fire and somehow drove that pirate ship away. I'd rather join the Skull and Bones than go to Botany Bay. Now night and day the irons clang, and like poor galley slaves we toil and strive, and when we die we fill dishonoured graves. But by and by I'll break me chains, and to the bush I'll go, and join the brave bush rangers there like Donohoe and Co. And some dark night, when everything is silent in the town, I'll kill them tyrants one by one and shoot the floggers down. I'll give the law a little shock, remember what I say. They'll yet regret they sent Jim Jones in chains to Botany Bay. It's of a wild colonial boy, Jack Doolin was his name, from the colony of Victoria, not so far from Castlemaine. He was his father's only son, his mother's pride and joy, and so dearly did his parents love the wild colonial boy. When he was 16 years of age, he left his native home, all through the bush of Australia as an outlaw to roam. He robbed the wealthy squatters at their stock he did destroy, and a terror to Australia was the wild colonial boy. In 1861 he commenced his wild career, his courage being undaunted, and no danger he did fear. He bailed up the beach with mailcoach, and he robbed Judge McAvoy, who trembling cold gave up his gold to the wild colonial boy. He bade the judge good morning, and he told him to beware. He'd never robbed a poor man, no one that acted square, but a judge that would rob a mother of her only pride and joy, well, he was a worse outlaw than the wild colonial boy. One day as he was riding the mountainside along, listening to the kookaburra's pleasant laughing song, he spied 3 mounted troopers, Kelly, Davis and Fitzroy, with a warrant for the capture of the wild colonial boy. Surrender now, John Doolin, you see we're 3 to 1. Surrender in the Queen's name, for you're a plundering son. Jack drew his pistol from his belt, and he waved the little toy. I'll fight but never surrender, said the wild colonial boy. He fired a trooper Kelly and he brought him to the ground. But in return Bob Davis gave him his mortal wound. All shattered through the jaws, he lay still firing at Fitzroy. And that's the way they captured him, the wild colonial boy.
Come all of you Lachlan men, and a sorrowful tale I'll tell, concerning of a hero bold, who through misfortune fell. His name it was Banjo, a man of good renown, who was hunted from his homestead, and like a dog shot down. For 3 years he roamed the roads, and he showed the traps some fun. £1,000 was on his head, with Gilbert and John Dunn. Ben parted from his comrades, the outlaws did agree, for to give away bushranging and cross the raging sea. Ben went to Euban Creek, and that was his downfall, for riddled like a sieve was valiant Ben Hall. 'Twas early in the morning, all on the 5th of May, when the 7 police surrounded him, as in his sleep he lay. Bill Dungan he was chosen for to shoot the outlaw dead. All the others fired madly, as though they were afraid. Then they rolled him in a blanket and strapped him to his prad. and they led him through the streets of Forbes for to show the prize they had.
It's all about Bold Frank Gardner with the devil in his eye. He said, we've worked before us, lads, we've got to do or die. So blacken up your faces before the dead of night, and it's over by Eugowra rocks, we'll either fall or fight. You can sing of Johnny Gilbert, Dan Morgan and Ben Hall, but the bold and reckless Gardner, he's the boy to beat them all. We'll stop the orange escort with powder and with ball. We'll shoot the coach to pieces and we'll down the peelers all. We'll lift the diggers' money, we'll collar all their gold. So mind your guns or kill us now, my comrades true and bold. You can sing of Johnny Gilbert, Dan Morgan and Ben Hall, but the bold and reckless Gardner, he's the boy to beat them all. So now off go the rifles, the battle has begun. The escort started running, boys, all in the setting sun. The robbers seized their plunder, so saucy and so bold, and they're riding from Eugowra rocks encumbered with their gold. You can sing of Johnny Gilbert, Dan Morgan and Ben Hall, but the bold and reckless Gardner, he's the boy to beat them all. And as with savage laughter they left that fatal place, they cried, we've struck bonanza, boys, we've won the steeplechase. And Gardner, their leader, he shouted loud hooray, I think we've made our fortunes at Eugowra rocks today. You can sing of Johnny Gilbert, Dan Morgan and Ben Hall, but the bold and reckless Gardner, he's the boy to beat them all.
I'm a stockman to me trade, and they call me Ugly Dave. I'm old and grey and only got one eye. In the yard I'm good of course, but just putting me on a horse, I'll go where lots of young'uns dare and try. I'll lead 'em through the gidgee over country rough and ridgy, I'll lose 'em in the very worst of scrub. I can ride both rough and easy with a Brumby, I'm a daisy, and a right down Bobby Dazzler in a pub. Just watch me use a whip, I can give the dawdlers dip, I can make the flaming echoes roar and ring. With a branding iron, well, I'm a perfect flaming swell. In fact, I'm nuke of every blasted thing. To watch me skin a sheep, it's a perfect you could weep. I can act the silver tail as if my blood was blue. You could strike me pink or dead if I stood upon me head, I'd be just as good as any other two. I've a notion in me pate that it's luck it isn't fate, that I'm so far above the common run. So in everything I do you could cut me square in two, for I'm much too flaming good to be in one.
I'm used to punching bullock teams across the hills and plains. I've teamed out back for 40 years through bleeding hail and rain. I've lived a lot of troubles down without a bloomin' lie, but I can't forget what happened just 5 miles from Gundagai. 'Twas getting dark, the team got bogged, the axle snapped in two. I lost me match matches and me pipe, so what was I to do? The rain, it was coming on, and hungry too was I, and me dog shat in me tucker box 5 miles from Gundagai. Some blokes I know have stacks of luck, no matter where they fall, but there was I, Lord, love a duck, no bloody luck at all. I couldn't heat a pot of tea or keep me trousers dry, and me dog shat in me tucker box 5 miles from Gundagai. Now I can forgive the bleeding team, I can forgive the rain, I can forgive the damp and cold and go through it again. I can forgive the rotten luck, but hang me till I die. I can't forgive that bloody dog 5 miles from Gundagai.
When shearing comes, lay down your drums and step on the board, you brand new chums. With a rod-em, rub-a-dub-dub, we'll send them home in a laundry stove.
There's brand new chums and cocky sons, they fancy that they are great guns.
With a rod-em, rub-a-dub-dub, we'll send them home in a laundry stove. They fancy they can shear the wool, but the beggars can only tear and pull. With a rod-em, rub-a-dub-dub, we'll send them home in a laundry stove. With a rod-em, rub-a-dub-dub, we'll send them home in a laundry stove.
You cocky farmers never need fret, your skinflint ways I'll not forget, and I'm the fella that's going to bet you over your head and heels in dirt.
With your huts of bark and your old dirt floors, and your daughters never wear any drawers nor any kind of boots and shoes. They're wild in the bush like kangaroos.
A panic and a flower and a sheet of bark to wallop up a damper in the dark.
With a rod-em, rub-a-dub-dub, we'll send them home in a laundry stove. Well, here we are in New South Wales, shearing lambs with daggy tails. With a rod-em, rub-a-dub-dub, we'll send them home in a laundry stove. Oh, who hasn't heard of Euabalong Ball, where the lads of the Lachlan, they great and they small, come bent on diversion from far and from near, to cast off their troubles for just once a year. Like stringy all-weathers, the shearers in force all rush to the bar as a matter of course, while Waltzing is Kleiner, the manager, cursed 'cause someone had caught him a jab with his spurs. There were Sheilas in plenty, some 2 or 3 score, some 2 some wieners, some maybe some more, with their fleeces all dipped and so fluffy and clean, finest young shearlings that ever was seen. The boundary riders was frisking about, but the well sinkers seemed to be feeling the drought. If the water was scarce, well, the whiskey was there, and what they couldn't drink, boys, they rubbed in their hair. There was music and dancing and going the pace. Some went to canter, some went to race. There was backing and gliding and rooting and sliding, and to vary the gait, some couples colliding. Oh, Euabalong Ball was a wonderful sight. Rams among the tutus the whole flaming night, and many young girls will regret to recall the polkas they danced with Euabalong Ball.
Oh, hark, the dogs are barking, I can no longer stay. The men have all gone mustering, I heard the publican say. And I must be off in the morning, love, before the sun does shine, to meet the contract shearers on the banks of the Condamine. Oh, Willie, dearest Willie, don't leave me here to moan. Don't make me curse and rue the day that ever I was born. For parting with you, Willie, it's like parting with me life. So stay and be a selector, love, and I will be your wife. Oh, Nancy, dearest Nancy, you know that I must go. Old Halloran is expecting me, his shearing for to do. But when I'm on the boards, me love, I'll think of you with pride, and the shears they will go freely when I'm on the whipping side. Oh, I'll cut off my yellow hair and go along with you. I'll dress myself in men's attire and be a shearer too. I'll cook and count your tally, love, while ringer of you shine, and I'll wash your greasy moleskins on the banks of the Condamine. Oh, Nancy, dearest Nancy, you know that can't be so. The boss has given orders, love, no woman shall do so. And your delicate constitution's not equal unto mine, to eat the ram stag mutton on the banks of the Condamine. But when the shearin's over, love, I'll make you me wife. I'll take up a selection and I'll settle down for life. And when the day's work's over, love, and the evening's clear and fine, I'll tell of them sandy cobblers on the banks of the Condamine.
Out on the board the old shearer stands, grasping his shears in his thin bony hands. His bleary eyes are fixed on a blue-bellied yo, saying, if I get your gal I'll make the ring a go. Click go the shears, boys, click, click, click. Wide is his blow and his hands are moving quick. The ringer looks around and he's beaten by a blow, and he curses that old snagger with the blue-bellied yo. In the middle of the floor, in his cane-bellied chair, sits the boss of the board with his eyes everywhere. He notes every fleece as it comes off the screen, paying close attention at its took off colleen. Click go the shears, boys, click, click, click. Wide is his blow and his hands are moving quick. And the ringer looks around and he's beaten by a blow, and he curses that old snagger with the blue-bellied yo. The colonial experienced man, he is there of course, with his shiny leggings just off his horse, casting round his eyes like a real connoisseur, brilliantine and scented soap and smelling like a whore. Click go the shears, boys, click, click, click. Wide is his blow and his hands are moving quick, and the ringer looks around and he's beaten by a blow, and he curses that old snagger with the blue-bellied yo. The tar boy is there and waiting on demand, with his old tar pot and in his tarry hand. Sees an old yo with a cut upon her back, and this is what he's waiting for, it's tar, here Jack. Click go the shears, boys, click, click, click. Wide is his blow and his hands are moving quick, and the ringer looks around and he's beaten by a blow, and he curses that old snagger with the blue-bellied yo. First you take the belly wool and niggle out the crotch, go up the neck for the rules they are such. Clean around the horns and the first shoulder down, a long blow up the back and turn her around. Click, 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 that's how the shearing goes. Click, clickety click, oh me boys, it isn't slow. A fella pulls out a sheep and it lands him a kick, and still you hear the shears are going click, click, click. Now the shearing's over and we've all got our check. Roll up your swags and we're off along the track. The first pub we come to, it's there we'll have a spree, and to everyone that comes along, it's have a drink on me. Click, 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 that's how the shearing goes. Click, clickety click, oh me boys, it isn't slow. A fella pulls out a sheep and it lands him a kick, and still you hear the shears are going click, click, click. Down by the bar the blade shearer stands, grasping his glass in his thin bony hands. His eyes are on the barrel, which now is lowering fast. He works hard, he drinks hard, and goes to it at last. Click go the shears, boys, click, click, click. Wide is his blow and his hands are moving quick, and the ringer looks around and he's beaten by a blow, and he curses the old snagger with the blue-bellied yo.
I've sure at bar a bogey, and I've sure at tug in mine. I've sure at big Will Andrew and out on the Coleraine. And before the shearing was over, I wished myself back again. shearing for old Tom Patterson on the One Tree Plain. All among the wool, boys, all among the wool. Keep your blades full, boys, keep your blades full. I can do a respectable tally myself whenever I like to try, and I'm known around the country as Flash Jack from Gundagai. I've sure at Gurianawa, likewise at Tilbaroo. And once I drew me blades, boys, upon the famous Baku at Cowan Downs and Trident, and as far as Moulamain, and I was always glad to get back again on the One Tree Plain. All among the wool, boys, all among the wool. Keep your blades full, boys, keep your blades full. I can shear a respectable tally myself whenever I like to try, and I'm known around the country as Flash Jack from Gundagai. I've pinked 'em with the Wolsleys, and I've rushed with Bebows too. I've shaved 'em in the grease, boys, with the grassy chowing through. I never slummed a pen, me lads, whatever it might contain, when shearing for old Tom Patterson on the One Tree Plain. All among the wool, boys, all among the wool. Keep your blades full, boys, keep your blades full. I can do a respectable tally myself whenever I like to try, and I'm known around the country as Flash Jack from Gundagai. I've been whaling up the Lachlan, and I've dosed at Cooper's Creek, and once I rank a jingy shed and blued it in a week. And when Gabriel blows his horn, lads, I'll catch the morning train, and I'll push for old Tom Patterson's on the One Tree Plain. All among the wool, boys, all among the wool. Keep your blades full, boys, keep your blades full. I can do a respectable tally myself whenever I like to try, and I'm known around the country as Flash Jack from Gundagai.
Oh, we started out from Road To when the sheds had all cut out, with whips and whips of rhino as we meant to push about. We humped our blues serenely and made for Sydney town, with a 3-spot check between us as one did knocking down. And we counted lazy Harrys on the road to Gundagai, the road to Gundagai, 5 miles from Wyndham. Yes, we counted lazy Harrys on the road to Gundagai. Well, we struck the Murrumbidgee near the Yanko in a week, and passed Strongorandra and crossed the Burnett Creek, and we never stopped at Wagga, for we'd Sydney cherry in her eye, and we camped at Lazy Harry's on the road to Gundagai. Yes, we camped at Lazy Harry's on the road to Gundagai. The road to Gundagai, 5 miles from Boonambrai. Yes, we camped at Lazy Harry's on the road to Gundagai. Well, I've seen a lot of girls, me boys, and drunk a lot of beer. I've met with some of both me lads has left me pretty queer. But for beer to knock you sideways and girls to make you cry, you should camp at Lazy Harry's on the road to Gundagai. You should camp at Lazy Harry's on the road to Gundagai. The road to Gundagai, 5 miles from Boonambrai. You should camp at Lazy Harry's on the road to Gundagai. Well, we chucked our flaming swags off and walked up to the bar. We called for rum and raspberry and a shilling each cigar. But the girl that served the poison, she winked at Bill and I. So we camped at Lazy Harry's on the road to Gundagai. Oh, we camped at Lazy Harry's on the road to Gundagai. The road to Gundagai, not 5 miles from Boonambrai. We camped at Lazy Harry's on the road to Gundagai. In a week the spree was over and our check was all knocked down. So we shouldered our Matildas and turned our backs on town. And the girl stood us a nobbler, so we sadly said goodbye. And we tramped from Lazy Harry's on the road to Gundagai. Yes, we tramped from Lazy Harry's on the road to Gundagai. The road to Gundagai, 5 miles from Boonambrai. Yes, we tramped that road from Harry's on the road to Gundagai. I'm a shearer, yes I am, and I've shorn both sheep and lamb, from the Wimmera to the Darling Downs and back. And I've wrung a shed or two when the fleece was tough as glue, but I'll tell you where I struck the hardest tack. I was down round yonder way, killing time from day to day, till the big shed started moving further out. When I met a bloke, by chance, that I summed up in a glance as a cocky from a vineyard roundabout. Now it seemed he picked me too, well it wasn't hard to do, 'cause I had me tongues a-hanging at me hip. Well, I got him up, he said, just about 200 head, and I'd give a £10 note to get the clip. I says, right, I'll take a stand. It meant getting in me hand, and by 9 o'clock we'd rounded up the mob in a shed sunk in the ground, with wine casks all around, and that were where I started on my job. I goes easy for a bit, whilst me hand was getting fit, and by dinner time I'd done about a score, with the cocky picking up and handing me a cup of pinky after every sheepish yawn. Well, he had to go away about the 7th day, after showing me the kind of casks to use. Then I'd do the picking up and manipulate the cup, strolling round them wine casks just to pick and choose. Then I'd stagger to the pen, grab a sheep and start again, with a sound between a nick-up and a sob. And sometimes I'd fall asleep with me arms around a sheep, worn and weary from me over hardest job. And so 6 weeks went by, till one day with a shy, I've shoved the dear old cobbler through the door, gathered in the cockey's pay, and staggered on me way, from the hardest flaming shed I'd ever shone.
I'm on the road with Liddy, with 500 head of fats. We string 'em on the stony ground and wheel 'em on the flats. And when the evening stars come out with laughter and with song, we round the cattle up and camp with some quad billabong. Our cook's a ball of muscle when he's rustling up a feed, and Bob Delaney's home and dried when steadying the lead. And if the cattle run at night, there's one chap out in front, striking matches on the bullock's horns, a chap named Georgie Hunt. And when we get to Wyndham, there's Tom Cole with his whip to steer the lead across the hill and put 'em on the ship. And when the mob is all on board, we'll have some blasted fun. We'll get Jack Roberts with his card to take us for a run. We'll try and dig Bob Cooper up, then to that bag of tricks, the pub that's kept by Teddy Clark they call the 66. We'll sing again them droving songs we sang along the track, have a show on the screen for an hour or two, then off again out back.